Nickelback. Oh boy, have I been excited for this one. Now, a lot of you, of course, know Nickelback. You love to hate them. And it's just become this cultural thing to hate on Nickelback. And I'm here to try to figure out the why. Why do we hate Nickelback so much? And as I was doing research trying to figure out why it is that we hate Nickelback so much, I came to this realization that seem to have done something very interesting here, where we hate Nickelback for being so popular, yet at the same time allowed for a band such as Smash Mouth to gain such notoriety for basically kind of doing the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that they're the same sound. Of course not. No. Nickelback is very different. But in this video, I think it's a good idea to kind of deep dive into why it is that we hate Nickelback so much, yet praise Smash Mouth. It's a really weird thing, right? So, let's get into it. Nickelback is they can't say early 2000s, they still tour and do music. They were a rock band that was really overhated, and they still are. It has become a butt of a lot of jokes to hate on Nickelback. And it's not because they were necessarily the worst band out there. They weren't even the least successful. 6 Grammy nominations, an American Billboard winner. Those are awards that you can't sneeze at. They're high tier awards, yet we have grown to hate Nickelback. Why is it? Why do we hate Nickelback? It's become a meme in a way to really hate on Nickelback. And I can understand it in a way. Nickelback was from an era where the early 2000s was really trying to define itself. It wasn't the 90s, but at the same time it wasn't its own sound yet. You kind of peeking my drift here? Probably not. You guys are lost because you guys have no idea who a Nickelback is. I'm here to teach you what a Nickelback is. Anyways, here's a Nickelback. Boom. Anyways, going back to what I was going to say. That was stupid. The idea of a kind of grungy band was kind of already overdone, especially in the 90s / early 2000s. With the success of Nirvana in the 90s, a lot of different studios and record companies were really trying to recreate that Nirvana sound, and it to the point to where it became a very oversaturated market. And I mean, there's not that many grunge bands today that we can be like, yes, this is like the next Nirvana. No, far from it. In fact, when you kind of think about it, grunge in a way has kind of died. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Grunge was never bad. It was a very great new form of rock, and I'm very sad to see it go away. But Nickelback kind of kept that sound going for way too long, and it became very poppy at the same time, to the point to where people were very annoyed. And another thing that kind of did not help out at all with Nickelback, especially, was their main singer. He was a very frat boyish kind of guy. He wasn't necessarily a good, sport. He didn't keep his head down, obviously, but he wasn't embracing fully that lifestyle, that rock star lifestyle. He kind of was in that middle of the pack, and for some reason that annoyed a lot of people. He came off as this braggadocious, bratty guy, that would be at a frat party. And yeah, that's kind of why people seem to hate Nickelback even to this day. But then that begs the question of, why is it that we hate Nickelback so much, but we let something like Smash Mouth, which was also a very popular band at the time, get away with the things they did? And the real question behind it was, one was a meme to hate, the other was nostalgia. Let me give you an example. When you think of Shrek, what do you think of? You think All Stars, right? Sang by Smash Mouth. You think of the other song they have, I'm a Believer by Smash Mouth, which was a cover of another song, which is very surprising to probably a lot of you. I'm a Believer was not an original song by Smash Mouth. It was a cover, right? But we allowed Smash Mouth to kind of infiltrate our lives. And to the point to where you can't watch an early 2000s movie without hearing Smash Mouth. You know, this was a very popular band that people loved and embraced. And I could not understand. I can't understand it. You know, we embraced Nickelback. We embraced Smash Mouth, but we just hated Nickelback for being so popular. How dare Nickelback be so popular and have this poppy sound? But then when we turned our back, it was like, oh my god, did you see the Smash Mouth song? That was a great Smash Mouth song. I'm being weird, aren't I? Anyways, it was just, yeah, it's kind of an enigma in a way. But at the end of the day, I think Nickelback can teach us something, especially about internet culture and meme history, is that it is in fact random. You know, it just, people decided to hate on Nickelback one day, and it became a meme to hate, and we just embraced it. We all embraced hating it. Everything from film to social media to our memes, even just normal people. It became socially acceptable to hate on Nickelback. You know, if you hated Nickelback, you were considered a normal person. And that's totally fine. You can hate on Nickelback. I am not saying you're an awful person for doing so. But it teaches us the randomness of it. It could have, in an alternate dimension, we're easily hating Smash Mouth and having Nickelback on every single early 2000s song. You know, and it could be something as simple as a guy deciding to post a different meme. You know, it's crazy to think about, but our entire pop culture could have been changed by someone just changing one little thing, which is baffling. But it is what it is, you know, and we're embracing it. And I guess that begs us the question, now that Nickelback has kind of died down in popularity, and, you know, we don't really talk about Nickelback anymore, what is the next Nickelback? You know, who's going to be the next really heated band? And to be honest, I don't see any band ever being as hated, popularized hate. That's a word. I'm gonna put that up on the screen right now. Popularized hate. You know, that we'll never see that ever again. You know, we'll never see something so culturally hated by an entire group of people. But if I had to put my nose on what it would be, my dollar would be probably on Imagine Dragons. And I'm not saying that because their music's bad. I mean, again, going back to Nickelback, some of Nickelback's music was not bad. It was pretty good. It was catchy. But overall, their music was very oversaturated, very overblown, overproduced, just pop music. You know, and same thing goes for Imagine Dragons. I'm not saying that their songs are bad. They have a lot of good songs. At one point, I, in fact, also was an Imagine Dragons fan. You know, I have one of their records on vinyl. You know, but they've become kind of this music yes man. It's like, you want to make an album with like 70 different genres? Sure, let's do it. You want to make a Christmas album? Sure. Hey, we're Wreck-It Ralph. We want you to make a song for us. Sure, why not? Hey, yo, I'm Michael Bay. I ruined Transformers anyways. Want to make a Transformers song for us? Yeah, why not? And they're kind of showing up everywhere. And it's really going to come down to what the next meme is going to be. You know, is it going to be that Imagine Dragons is the next Nickelback? Or is Imagine Dragons going to slowly become the next Smash Mouth? Where in 20 years and in 15 years, we look back and we associate it with these movies, and we just have this fond nostalgia for it. And that's the real question, because this is one of those bands that can tip either way. It really just depends what Reddit decides one day. Like, someone is going to decide that. And I, for one, am kind of excited to see how it goes, because in 15 years, maybe I'm making another video on why Imagine Dragons was so hated and was the next Nickelback. Or maybe I'm talking about how Imagine Dragons was able to rise and keep its popularity, just like Smash Mouth. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Who do you think the next Nickelback is going to be and the next Smash Mouth? You know, did you like this music? Did you like this video on music? I'm gonna be doing some sports stuff kind of next, so we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, and thank you for supporting the channel again. Make sure to give it a like, a subscribe, and share it. And please help us grow. I have my editor down in the basement. I'm forcing him to edit my videos, and every single like you give is a little cookie that I give him for food, and that's all his food he has for the week. All right.